We all want to be rich. We want financial freedom. The idea of not having to worry about bills, debts, or unexpected expenses is a dream for many. Imagine waking up every day knowing you have the financial security to live life on your own terms. But managing money can feel hard. The stress of balancing income and expenses, dealing with debt, and planning for the future can be overwhelming. Many people feel stuck in a cycle of financial frustration. There's a simple way to make it easier: the 80-20 rule. This principle can transform the way you handle your finances, making the process more efficient and less stressful. This rule, also called the Pareto Principle, says that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your actions. Think about your job. Often, a small portion of your efforts leads to the majority of your achievements. Do you get the most work done in the first 2 hours? Or are the last 6 hours the most productive? For many, those initial hours are when they are most focused and effective. This rule applies to almost everything, especially money. By identifying the key financial activities that yield the most significant results, you can streamline your efforts and maximize your financial gains. By focusing on the important 20%, you can get big financial wins. This means prioritizing high-impact actions like saving, investing, and smart spending. This isn't about being lazy. It's about working smart. It's about making strategic choices that lead to better financial outcomes without unnecessary effort. It's about finding the things that really move the needle in your financial life and focusing on those. This approach can help you achieve financial freedom faster and with less stress. This book will show you how. It provides practical tips and strategies to apply the 80-20 rule to your finances, helping you to focus on what truly matters. Ready to simplify your finances and get better results? Let's get started. Together, we'll explore how to make the most of your money and achieve the financial freedom you've always dreamed of. Imagine this. You spend hours clipping coupons to save a few dollars, but you haven't looked at your investment fees in years, which could be costing you thousands. The 80-20 rule tells us to focus on the actions that have the biggest impact. This doesn't mean ignoring the small stuff entirely. It's about prioritizing. It's about finding the big wins in your finances and focusing your energy there. Think about your income. Is there one client or project that brings in most of your money? What about your spending? Do a few categories eat up most of your budget? Once you identify these key areas, you can optimize them for maximum impact. That's the power of the 80-20 rule. Let's talk about making more money. The 80-20 rule says that a small portion of your work generates most of your income. What are you really good at? What do people pay you for without question? Focus on those high-value skills and services. Can you delegate or automate the rest? This frees up your time and energy to focus on what brings in the big bucks. Don't be afraid to ask for what you're worth. Negotiate your salary, raise your rates, and go after those high-paying clients. Remember, small changes here can lead to big increases in your income. By applying the 80-20 rule, you can work smarter, not harder, and boost your earning potential. Now, let's tackle expenses. Most people try to save money by cutting back on lattes, but the 80-20 rule tells us to focus on the big expenses: housing, transportation, and food. Can you negotiate a lower rent or find a more affordable place? Can you explore cheaper transportation options like biking or public transit? Can you cook at home more often or buy groceries in bulk? These small changes can lead to significant savings over time. Once you've tackled the big expenses, you can then look at optimizing smaller categories. Remember, it's not about deprivation. It's about spending consciously on the things that matter most to you. Section 5. Tackling debt with the 80-20 rule. Debt can feel overwhelming. but the 80-20 rule can help you prioritize. First, identify your highest interest debt. This is the debt that's costing you the most money. Focus your efforts on paying down this debt as quickly as possible. This might mean making extra payments, consolidating debt, or negotiating a lower interest rate with your lender. Once you've tackled the high-interest debt, you can then focus on paying down other debts systematically. Remember, even small progress is still progress. By applying the 80-20 rule to debt repayment, you can save money on interest and become debt-free faster. Section 6. Investing smart with the 80-20 rule. Investing can seem complicated, but the 80-20 rule can simplify it. Instead of trying to time the market or pick individual stocks, focus on low-cost index funds. Index funds are like baskets of stocks that track a particular market index, like the S&P 500. They offer diversification and have historically provided solid returns over the long term. Automate your investments by setting up regular contributions to your investment accounts. This takes the emotion out of investing and ensures that you're consistently building wealth over time. Investing doesn't have to be complicated. By focusing on the fundamentals, you can build a solid financial future. Section 7. Practical tips for daily financial wins. Now that you understand the 80-20 rule, let's look at some practical ways to implement it. Track your spending. Use a budgeting app or spreadsheet to see where your money is going. Automate your finances. Set up automatic bill payments and savings contributions. Negotiate everything. Don't be afraid to negotiate lower prices on bills, services, and even rent. Invest in your education. Learn about personal finance and investing. Knowledge is power. Seek professional advice. Consider consulting with a financial advisor for personalized guidance. Remember, small changes can lead to big results. Start small, be consistent, and celebrate your progress. Section 8. The 80-20 mindset shift. From overwhelmed to empowered. The 80-20 rule is more than just a financial strategy. It's a mindset shift that can transform your entire approach to life and money. It's about letting go of perfectionism and focusing on progress. Instead of trying to do everything perfectly, you prioritize the most impactful tasks. It's about working smarter, not harder. By identifying the key activities that yield the most significant results, you can maximize your efficiency and effectiveness. It's about taking control of your finances and your life. When you focus on the critical 20%, you gain clarity and direction. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the complexity of money management, you can simplify your approach and focus on what truly matters. This simplification reduces stress and increases your confidence. This mindset shift allows you to make intentional choices with your money, align your spending with your values, and achieve your financial goals with less stress and more ease. It empowers you to live a life that reflects your true priorities. Remember, you don't have to do it all. By focusing on the most important tasks, you free up time and energy for what you love. Focus on the 20% that makes the biggest difference and enjoy the journey. Embrace the process and celebrate your progress along the way. Section 9. Real-life success stories. How the 80-20 rule transformed finances. This principle, also known as the Pareto Principle, states that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. When applied to personal finance, it can lead to remarkable transformations. Don't just take my word for it. The evidence is in the stories of real people who have turned their financial lives around. Countless individuals have used the 80-20 rule to transform their finances. By focusing on the most impactful areas, they have achieved significant financial milestones. Take Sarah, for example. Sarah, a single mom, used the rule to pay off $20,000 in debt in just 1 year. She did this by focusing on her highest interest debt and cutting back on unnecessary expenses, such as dining out and subscription services. Then there's John, a freelancer, who doubled his income by identifying his most profitable services. By focusing on attracting high-paying clients and streamlining his workflow, he was able to maximize his earnings. Emily, a young professional, built a six-figure investment portfolio by automating her investments. She consistently contributed to low-cost index funds, ensuring her money worked for her even when she wasn't actively managing it. These stories demonstrate the power of this simple yet effective principle. The 80-20 rule can be a game changer when applied correctly. No matter your financial situation, the 80-20 rule can help you achieve your goals. By focusing on the most impactful actions, you can make significant progress and transform your financial future. Section 10. Overcoming challenges and staying consistent. Implementing the 80-20 rule isn't always easy. You might face setbacks, encounter unexpected expenses, or feel tempted to revert to old habits. The key is to stay consistent. Don't let small bumps in the road derail your progress. Track your spending, review your budget regularly, and make adjustments as needed. Remember your why. Why is financial freedom important to you? What are your goals? Visualize yourself achieving those goals, and let that motivation fuel your efforts. Stay committed to the process, be patient, and celebrate your successes along the way. Section 11. Embrace the 80-20 rule, your path to financial well-being. The 80-20 rule is more than just a financial hack. It's a philosophy that can revolutionize your relationship with money. By focusing on the vital few actions that drive the greatest results, you can simplify your finances, reduce stress, and achieve your financial goals faster. Remember, financial freedom is a journey, not a destination. Embrace the 80-20 rule, enjoy the process, and watch your financial well-being flourish. Start implementing the 80-20 rule today and unlock your full financial potential. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more money-making tips and strategies. Until next time, keep hustling and stay focused.